I'm Jovan Johnson, the 2017 Chevening Scholar from Jamaica. I attended the London School of Economics where I studied the MSc in Development Management.
Hi everyone, my name is Kimberly Hanson. I am the 2018 Chevening Scholar from Jamaica. I pursued the MSc in Mathematical Finance at the University of Manchester.
Hello, I am Ajani Jacobs, 2019 Chevening Scholar. Attended Brunel University and I studied water engineering. Why did I choose to apply for Chevening? Well, for me, it was just wanting an opportunity not just to study, but to be a part of a network where I know I can be supported professionally, I can make lifelong friends, and just to be able to study in an environment where I can experience multiple cultures and get different perspective in the field that I wanted to, continue working.
I mean, why not Chevening? When I was doing my research for schools in the US and the UK for programs in mathematical finance, I realized that the schools in the UK offered depth and breadth in terms of the quality of the modules that were offered. So I have a passion for the financial literacy here in Jamaica, and I realized that it were those modules under the mathematical finance program at the University of Manchester that satisfied all of the areas that I wanted exposure to. And not only that, not only academically, but it offered, as Ajani had said, a huge horizon of Chevening scholars at my disposal for the support in the program and onwards.
Right, for me it was hugely the network possibilities. I mean, you're put into a space, I call it a concentrated space for roughly 12 months with people from all across the world, not just the students and the fellow scholars, but also the professors, the ability to build relationships outside of even the Chevening family, which you perhaps wouldn't get if you were to go on a study by yourself or not participating in a program such as Chevening. So that was a huge pull for me, which is critical now to my life, professional and even personally.
As an island girl who loves her heat and loves her sun, Manchester is one of the coldest. You thought Manchester and Jamaica cold? Listen, the weather alone was something to jump over. But what I loved about my experience is that there were a lot of other Caribbean persons there that were sharing the same struggle, and we formed a family based on that struggle. So we were able to support each other. What I loved most about the UK was the diverse cultures that you were surrounded by. I mean, mind you, I was probably the only black person in my entire program, but as somebody who loves food, who loves culture, when Chinese New Year came around and when you got to try different cuisines, it was impeccable, and it always reminded me of home.
Well, for me, studying the UK was a really great experience. Personal reasons, professional reasons. I mean, professionally, I always knew about climate change and that, we needed to start acting and just to mitigate all these impacts and what is happening. But being in a first world country who is leading the charge against, the fight against climate change and trying to get smaller countries to come on board and to be more impactful, it was really a really great experience being there and getting their first-hand experience about some of the strategies that they have implemented and seeing how we can replicate those here. Of course, we tailor them to fit our country, but just seeing it firsthand and thinking about it in a Jamaican perspective was like, okay, all right, so I can see how we can improve there and there. So it was really good for me in that regard. And then personally, I was able to meet some family members that I've always spoken to over the phone, and they're older and they don't travel anymore, so they didn't come to Jamaica. And being there and meeting them was a really amazing experience. I got to spend Christmas with them, and yeah, it was really amazing for me.
If I could piggyback off that, that was also one of the major reasons I went to the UK, because my entire paternal side of the family is in the UK, and I hadn't seen them since I was born, so I don't even know what they looked like. I only know how they sounded. I didn't even know that some of them weren't black. So, but just I could completely relate to you. It was an amazing feeling to experience that side of the family.
I think that's another great thing about Chevening. It's not just academics, but it opens up a lot of opportunity, personal, professionally, and that's why I would recommend anyone to apply. You know, you have your reasons. For me, there was that extra push to go and meet family, you know, persons I've never met. They were basically like pen pals, and now I can meet them in person and have that memory of spending Christmas with them. You know, their Christmas is a big deal. It's not done like Jamaica, so I'll always have that memory. So that was it for me.
Studying in the UK for me was just an empowering experience, and that's the term I've been using to describe the entire 12 months I had. I went to a school at the centre, the heart of London, the London School of Economics, and just how they celebrate students and push their students to participate in London's life. You could not have gone there and not come back feeling as though you've participated in some of the major world decisions that have taken place. And London, LSE for example, is also the space where so many of the world's academic leaders, civil leaders, political leaders come to. I mean, one of the things LSE has in particular is the this lecture series that they have, starting in September, straight right back to the end of the school year. Every day, almost every week, you can guarantee some public intellectual, somebody from private sector, somebody from all across, anywhere, Africa, Asia, South America, the Caribbean, all over the place. In fact, one of my professors from the UWI even had a presentation there. And you felt as if you were part of global decision making and a global process that you felt would impact on your own country, even in Jamaica. So for me, it was just amazing. And through that, you build all kinds of connections, all kinds of relationships. I mean, you get to participate so easily in so many of the things that my other colleagues in other parts of the UK would not necessarily get to participate. Plus, I also live beside some of the most amazing spots historically in the UK. So I live like maybe 30 seconds away from London, from Tower Bridge. And I could walk to London Bridge, I could walk to Westminster, I mean, and in fact, when I was going to school, I walked up until we had, I think, the snowstorm monster, or some monster snowstorm we had there. But walking to school was just a refreshing period for me. I mean, it also gave me a sense of history and a sense of place, and also allowed me to assert my own identity, which is Jamaican, of course, influenced by British culture. But it was just an amazing, empowering experience. So one of the reasons why I chose my particular program, the MSc Development Management at the LSE, was the consultancy that they offered. So again, distinguishing this amazing social science institution that Chevening allowed me to study at. And so I was able to choose whether it was from the United Nations, the International Labour Organization, whatever it was. And I chose Transparency International, and I was given the opportunity to work on a consultancy on something that is critical, development finance for the developing world, really. And to look at corruption enabling systems, transparency mechanism involved in development finance institutions. So I was able to study, I think, roughly 20 development finance institutions, both nationally and internationally as well. And through that, I got the opportunity to go to Germany to present, because our project was so well done, to present at Transparency International's workshop for them. And then we are also able to produce a research paper for TI, Transparency International, which has been published. So just that experience alone encapsulated what I think Chevening is trying to achieve. It's giving you the connections, it's giving you the networking, it's allowing you to get your education and some advanced studies at a world-class institutions, and then it's giving you a platform from which your work is projected to the world. And we were able to study an area that is understudied, because we're looking at corruption issues in a particular modality of finance, and that was just amazing. And we have lifelong friendships, employment potentials. Please don't tell my employers no.
Mine has nothing to do with academics. So what I loved about Chevening is that they always coordinated certain activities to help you to experience the UK culture. So one of my most memorable ones, I can't choose one, but I would definitely have to say the volunteering experiences. So there was one in particular where we went to Liverpool. I'm not sure if there are any Liverpool fans in the room, but we got to do a beach cleanup, and it was very few of us, but how we were received was so warm. Our little impact was so appreciated. That was definitely one of my most memorable. Can I say another one, please? It's not academic either, but I don't know if either of you went to Notting Hill Carnival in London. Hello, it was amazing. The colors, the culture. I know that the majority would have been born in the UK, but they had Caribbean ties, and just seeing how that brought them together and they embraced their culture and heritage. Oh, beautiful. That was definitely one of my most memorable moments.
Well, unfortunately, no, I didn't get to
You didn't
experience
get
the
to
carnival because of COVID. Remember
Oh, yes!
yeah, my outing and experience was cut short by COVID. But luckily, just before the lockdown, I was able to represent Jamaica as a flag bearer at the Commonwealth Service. Yes, that was an amazing experience, great memory. Bringing the flag, representing Jamaica 53, Jamaica 54, other countries being there, and just being in the same building, Westminster Abbey. The royal family was there, the singing, and it was hymns that I would hear back home in church that was being sung, and it was such a good feeling. There was a bit of nostalgia. It was a proud moment, and then even after that, when persons were mentioning that we saw you and you were representing the country and you were the flag bearer, it was just a really patriotic and proud moment for me, and it is one of the best memories I have from the UK. I mean, there are others, but I mean, I'd like to share, but maybe I should leave it at that. Well, what would I say to someone who is thinking about applying for Chevening? I would say go for it. You have absolutely nothing to lose. You get fully funded, and outside of just an academic experience, you get to grow so much personally. Just being in that culture where you are experiencing perspectives from all over the world. You grow professionally, you grow personally. And if you love traveling, it's one of the, you are in Europe, you get to go anywhere you want to. Even within the UK, you can travel and experience so much within the UK. There's so much to learn. And knowledge is power. So I believe that you should just go for it. Nothing to lose.
I support the views just said. I mean, it's costing you nothing really. It's an opportunity of a lifetime, a year to last a lifetime, but a year that for me was so critical to how it got me to see the rest of my life and what I want that to look like. And even just the application process, it helps you to clarify for your own self, where do you want to see yourself? So, I mean, obviously you want to get through, you may not get through for that the first time you apply. But by the end of that process, you would know your 5-year goal, what you want to do, where are your shortfalls, what you want to work on, and Chevening gives you that platform to do that. It gives you the opportunity to clarify your own self and to launch yourself out there. Go right ahead, it's costing you nothing.
What are you waiting for? You not only get a full ride to a university of your choice, you have an extended access to a network of scholars at your disposal. And when I'm telling you that we are here to help you, I am not joking. Do not underestimate the power of the network. If it wasn't for the network, I probably would not have been here sharing my experiences. You have a year that will be unforgettable in terms of your academic and professional development. So do it now.